welcome to Tone Wars Sunday Night Edition. I am Kari, and this is Jarrod.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for being here.
He skipped the Kari intro.
Yeah, because we're going to do a new one. Yeah.
Darn it.
We're going to do a new one.
That was a good one.
It was a good one, but, you know, it's time for fresh stuff.
The background has changed a little bit since we've done that, eh?
Yeah. And who was it? I think it was Marty 5 who mentioned that last week. And I'm like, you know what? He's
Darn
right.
Darn it, Marty 5.
Darn it, Marty 5, and all your awesome advice. Darn you.
That's right.
He's right. Sometimes we get so in the weeds with our own stuff that we forget that there's things that we could probably update and improve. So we appreciate the input from our awesome viewers. So
absolutely.
Yes.
Oops, I almost blocked somebody.
No.
Fat fingers. If I blocked you, I'm sorry.
I've done that before where I muted some. I'm like, no, I didn't mean to do that. Because all you do is touch somebody's name and like all these options come up. Yes. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah.
Oh, what a day here in Michigan.
Yeah.
It is freaking hot.
It's hot as freaking hell here.
It was like 86 and it was muggy, like humid.
Pea soup.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gross today.
Right
I mean, if you lived on the lake, on the water or something, I'm sure it was fabulous. Great boating weather, but otherwise.
Yeah. Otherwise. Yuck. Exactly.
And I think tomorrow it's supposed to be even hotter. With a culmination of 90. Was that on Thursday? Wednesday or Thursday it was going to be 90.
Tomorrow it's got to be 90. Yeah, I got to get done with my apartment washing by probably 2 o'clock. I got to get up early, which I love doing. I hate getting up early. So it's hard to go to bed after show night because we're all amped up.
Yes, definitely. After the show, amped up.
Yeah.
Fooded up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are fooded up for sure. What'd I make today? Chicken and taters.
Chicken and taters.
It's good.
This is really good.
I made it for Jay yesterday too.
Yeah. I heard is Jay here? Let me look.
He better be.
I don't see him in the chat
He might be doing
yet.
some family stuff tonight. I know his family went up north and they're probably getting back tonight. So, yeah, he's probably got that stuff going on.
You went to Paul Smith's gig, right?
Yeah, we went to Paul Smith's gig.
I think Paul's here. Yep, I see his name.
Hey, Paul. Yeah, we got to check out Paul's band. That was fun. They played a lot of the hits from... actually, when I was growing up and a little before. Yeah. So they played some cool stuff.
Because you old.
Because I old. Yeah. So we did that, and they sounded really good. They did a great job. And it was very, very entertaining. It was fun to just kick back and listen to some good old-fashioned American rock and roll. Just some good, just like familiar songs that were performed well and sounded good. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to meet Paul's wife, so that was nice. And
you didn't mention that.
Yeah.
You didn't mention that earlier.
I was saving it for the show. Yeah, I got to meet Paul's wife, and that was nice. And so Jay and I, we went and we cheated on you. We got the lavender coffee yesterday.
I was so jelly.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have time to get it today.
I know.
But that's okay. Maybe. Well, what time they close? Maybe we could go tomorrow.
We can go tomorrow.
It's probably one of those stupid businesses that's closed on Mondays.
I hate that. Yeah. So yeah, we did that, and while we're talking about what Jay and I did yesterday, we shot what I think was an excellent episode.
It was an episode.
It was an episode of excellence. Yeah. So Jay was kind enough to bring his Rev Generator 120 Mark II. So we could shoot it out against the Mark III, and that we did. And we had a great time.
Good.
We just plugged in both amps and just played them.
You guys nerded out.
Yep, we talked about what we thought about each amp and how they were different and how they were the same. And I did, I think, a mix on each one. He did a bunch of riffs, which is great because it's nice to have other people on because, I don't want people getting sick of me and my stupid riffs.
So sick of you.
Yeah. That's why I gotta buy her coffee and make her chicken and taters. Otherwise, she's like, I ain't coming. She's got a list of demands when she gets here.
Right.
I want the AC set at this. And
62.
Yep, the whole green M&M's thing with this one.
The good thing about that is that we're the same.
Yeah.
We like the same stuff.
We do. So I'm always like, well, I'm going to do all that stuff anyway.
Right. So it works out. It's a win-win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we shot that episode, and let's see, I just started editing it this morning, and then I got busy doing other things. So, but hopefully that'll be out in the next few days. Yeah. And I have with me the Deadweld what is this thing? The Duality DX.
DAE.
Yeah, DAE Duality pick a name. I have a black pedal that does overdrive stuff, and so I'm going to shoot that. I'm going to not only am I gonna review it, but I'm gonna shoot it out with a bunch of other pedals. And JB 50 watt, yes, great suggestion. I'll get the Buxom Boost from Motor City if they have one in stock.
I like that name, Buxom Boost.
The Buxom Boost, yeah. Yeah, that's the only name Dave named anything that you can actually say in front of your children. All of his other names for his stuff is like, R-rated stuff.
Aww.
Yeah, but yeah, the Buxom Boost I'm going to put up against it, as well as the Precision Drive, and a bunch of other kind of standard fare pedals that I think would be kind of cool. So I'll be doing that as well.
I was about to say let's start saying hi to some people, and I looked down and I haven't seen this name before, and I'm going to love saying this. There's someone here named Frankie Boots.
Frankie Boots.
Frankie Boots. He says, "Sup, brother, Staten Island, New York, in the house."
I think I remember Frankie Boots.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think have you been here before? Because I think that name sounds familiar, and I think maybe it's been a while, but
yeah.
it does ring a bell.
Well, I say Boots a lot.
Yeah, you do say Boots a lot.
As a matter of fact, I was going to go check out the fall line of my favorite, because, my birthday's coming up.
Yeah, you better start checking.
The Sorel.
You better.
The fall line.
Better start checking.
Might need a new pair of black boots.
Because I'm out of ideas. I'm all out of ideas.
Let's say hi. We'll start from the beginning. We got Dean Harkness with the super chat.
What's up, Dean? Sorry I haven't
Dean.
gotten back with you. I will get back with you via your text. I'm sorry. It's been, you know my life right now. It's crazy.
Yes. He was talking to you about the blood pressure update, and he was like, that little pill isn't so bad after all, huh?
Yeah, 5 milligrams of whatever that stuff is that I can't pronounce. Analonapine or whatever. Yeah, so far...
You're doing good.
So far I'm doing good. I changed my whole diet around. I couldn't work out for 3 weeks, which really sucked. So every day I looked in the mirror and I'm the incredible shrinking
Every
man.
day, you guys, all I heard, I'm shrinking.
It sucks, man.
Shrinking.
It does, man. I hate it. Do you know how hard I work for this? Do you know how hard? I shouldn't even be doing that because they're smaller than they should be.
Oh, hush.
Yeah, and every day I'm like, oh, and all I got is sleeveless shirt, so I'm like at the walk of shame every day.
Dean Harkness later says, "Is Kari gonna sing? I figure you had a whole 8 days. Thunder Rolls should be about ready by now."
Yeah, because we got all kinds of time.
The Thunder Rolls. We actually did listen to it after the last episode, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I've liked that song for a long time.
Yeah, and I'm like, we could probably do this, but, we got to book a studio and go in there and do all the backing tracks.
To book a studio. We can just do it acoustic, and then if you like it, we can book a studio.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, there you go. JB 50 Watt. Hey, Jarrod, happy Sunday.
Hey.
Good news to hear about the blood pressure going back to normal. I hope your health continues to improve, and I send my prayers as well.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That really means a lot. That first week was... I don't think I've been more concerned about my health than that week. Seriously, like it was on my mind all day. Every time I lifted anything heavy or went up and down the stairs, it was like, is this when I'm gonna croak? I mean, I just didn't know. I've never had a diagnosis like that. And I talked to Chris about it too. He'll probably be in here if he's not in here already. Hi, Chris. He's like, sounds to me like you've never gotten a diagnosis like this from a doctor. I'm like, no, this is my first time. He goes, okay, well, I get why you're, reacting that way. Because it's your first scare from a doctor is pretty scary. But I don't want to belabor it. But, yeah, it's going in the right direction, and hopefully it keeps trending that way.
Things are getting back to normal.
Yeah, I definitely am working out again.
And dropping some weight from it, too. So
yeah,
that's nice.
I've lost 10 pounds.
Yay.
Yeah. Yep, some of it's muscle, unfortunately. Some of it's water and some of it's fat. I bet you it's like 8 pounds of its muscle, and 1 pound is water, and 1 pound's fat, knowing my luck.
Sean Casey is with us.
Hey,
he
Sean.
Says, hi, Kari and Jarrod and everybody. It's Here, the Purple Nightmare, and Kari's awesome singing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
You will do so very soon, and I want to tell you something about the Purple Nightmare as well. Remind me to mention something later about it.
About the Purple Nightmare?
Yeah, something I
Because I
learned.
wasn't listening to you just then.
Something I learned.
Okay, something he learned. Got it.
Yeah.
Jay is with us. He says, what's up, everyone?
Hey, Jay.
He's still a bachelor tonight.
Oh, cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday. We really did. We had a blast.
I'm glad you can do that, because I can't nerd out with him. With he's like starts talking about us, and I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just.
Oh, can I sing over it?
Okay.
Can we practice now? So thank you for taking that off my plate, Jay.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Aaron Lucas, hey there, everybody.
Hey,
he
Aaron.
says, hi, everyone. Tone War's always a highlight of the weekend. Hope everyone is doing well.
Having you and everybody else here is a highlight of our weekend. So thank you.
Jim Sieben is with us.
Hey, Jim.
And Paul Smith.
Hey, there he is.
Gabriel Sanchez.
What's up, Gabriel?
Marty 5.
Marty 5. What's happening?
Let's see, Jamor. Hey, Jamor. Paul Smith says, Jay, good to see you last night. Hope you and Jarrod's shootout went well. And you already updated everybody about that.
Did.
Aaron Lucas, can you do Arnold gets mad at everyone asking for Arnold when he just wants to be left alone?
Stop asking for me. I'm over here trying to take a nap and you keep asking for me. Stop it. Put down the cookie. Put the cookie down.
No, I want to eat the cookie.
I know. That's why I bought the cookies.
Perrin is with us. Look, I didn't freak out.
Hey.
Saying your name.
What's up, man?
Perrin. Rolled right off.
I forgot to bring my phone down, so I have no idea what's going on in the chat.
Bobcat.
Bobcat, what's up, buddy?
Let's see, JB50 what? Could be a lot worse than... I think you suck somebody else. Ronnie K. Good evening, Ronnie K.
Hey, what's going on, Ronnie K?
Frankie Boots says, yes, the Mesa Mark 525 questions. So he
Oh,
is.
yeah, I
Maybe
remember.
he was with you on, like, your Wednesday nights. But I don't
It
remember
might have
seeing
been.
his name.
Yeah, yep, I remember. The name did ring a bell. Well, good seeing you here again, buddy. And Wednesday nights are coming back soon. I have 27 more buildings to watch.
Yeehaw.
And
then we're going to Sweetwater.
We're going on a field
Going
trip.
on a field trip.
Going to Sizzle. Yeah, man. I just want to see their new mall kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be kind of fun. Yeah.
Here's another name I don't recognize. Morty F. Morty F. He says, hey guys, have you tried the iconic Mark II C+, and would you say that's the best high gain amp ever?
Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, I have it right here. In fact, we played it last week, and I was absolutely digging that amp last week. I was like, holy crap, that amp was totally working for me last week. Remember? I was just like, I couldn't get enough of it. Yeah, that's a great amp. Yeah, it's a great amp. Yep.
Brent Nelson is with us. Hey there.
Hey, how you feeling, buddy? Good to see you here.
And Kyle Matthews. Just
Hey,
Matthew,
Kyle.
not Matthews.
Hey.
Frankie Boots says, I was stuck between the Engel Iron Ball Special Edition and the Mesa Mark 525. Ended up choosing the Mesa.
Either one's a good choice, but, whatever. I mean, if you choose the one that, like the Mark V, I just think it's a very versatile amp. It's got a great clean channel, and it's got several modes on it. Just a very versatile amp, and I love it. It's still sitting over there. I haven't fired it up in a while, but I do still love that amp.
Kyle Matthews says he finally gets to catch it live. It's a first.
Oh.
So it's the first time for him being live with us.
Welcome to the live stream.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, if you're your first time here, Sunday nights, Kari always joins me for like a live hang. It's a little bit loose. It's not very structured. Because we get a lot of comments and questions and a lot of interaction, and so Sunday nights are kind of for you guys. Like, it's your chance to interact with us.
Ask questions, anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be on whatever we're talking about. I'll keep a track of the live chat. If it seems like I may have missed your question or just statement that you want to make sure you tag Tone Wars. Just write at Tone Wars and then write the question, and I'll
we'll
get it again. Yeah.
And if that, sometimes that's too much for people because it's just a pain. So put 3 question marks instead if you want. Either way, well, that way we'll see it. 3 question marks and then your statement.
I don't miss too many of them though.
Yeah, it's the thing. But then she'll sing at times. Like tonight, we're gonna do 2 songs or 3 or 3. Are we doing?
3, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing 3. So we're gonna do 3 songs tonight where she sings, and I'll play some mixes and riffs on the Driftwood, and then we take your questions. And a lot of times, people actually are about to pull the trigger on a piece of gear, and they're like, "Hey, this or that." And I'll actually have a discussion with them live here and answer their questions, and then they'll go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it really helps. And you guys obviously can pitch in on that as well.
Oh, Kyle says he played a couple shows with us. He was in Ascend to the Kingdom. Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Ascend to the Kingdom. Yes. We did the Crowfoot.
Yeah.
And what else did we do with them guys?
I don't know.
Yeah, we
it's
did.
all a blur.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's pre-COVID.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
We have several super chats. Thank you, Jay and Dean Harkness and Scott Falmer. Wow.
Hey, Scott, what's up, man? I haven't seen Scott in a while. Thank you for being here, buddy.
He says, don't worry, you have a good heart. That's from Scott. Jay
Thank you.
asked, the aristocrat brags about his new show, The Finer Things Podcast, and his love of lavender coffee. Oh, but the lavender coffee, right?
Yeah, we were like total pinkies up the whole time.
Last week when we went on Sunday, they accidentally made smalls instead of the mediums that we ordered. Yeah. So they made us mediums, and we got to keep the smalls for free.
So we were like, tomorrow's coffee bonus. We should do that from now on. Actually, I wanted a large.
Right.
You know, customer's always right. So,
all right.
The aristocrat
brags about his new show, The Finer Things Podcast, and his love of the lavender coffee.
Join me on a weekly broadcast where I talk about the finer things in life.
Yes.
I only talk about amps such as the Driftwood and high classy amps like the Rev and the Diesel Herbert and every amp, because every amp I own is top of the line, as you know.
Oh, God.
And make sure that you have a lavender coffee as you join me, and I regale you about all my wonderful amplifiers, and every riff I play is so perfectly played, and there's so much feeling and emotion, and totally wonderful playing, and everything's perfectly in key.
Ascend to the Kingdom is the dude from Lapeer.
Yes, Rocky Hensley.
Rocky! Yes. And then Kyle, you paint as well, don't you? Because I really loved one of your paintings. Can't remember.
Yes.
I'm sure I would love more than one of them, but you posted one that really hit me. Yes.
It's quite good. Yes.
I'm pretty sure I dropped hints about that a couple years ago.
Oh, you did,
yes.
Did you? But I'm sorry. I was too busy enjoying my lavender coffee to even notice.
I know. We played the Crowfoot with them, and we played...
Did we do Maidstone?
Maidstone.
Yeah. Yep.
I got it. I got it now.
Yeah.
Now I know who you are.
I was wondering. I'm like, how do you...
I don't know if band names.
She's got a horrible memory.
I really
She does.
Super bad.
Yep.
All right. The next one says, from Dean, Arnold says lavender coffee is for sissies. No, it's not.
Lavender coffee is for sissies.
You shut up, Arnold.
No, what you do is you cut your finger off and bleed into it. It's blood coffee.
No.
It's very good.
Wait, don't they have something called blood? No, it's beet. They have beetroot coffee.
Yes, but I want the blood. And then you stir it with your severed finger.
You're nasty.
Nasty. No, this Driftwood's nasty.
Let's see. Kyle, he says, yep, that's me. I'm a drummer, but I played bass. I remember.
Yeah.
Tall blonde.
Yep.
Tall blonde.
I remember you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, man. That Crowfoot show was awesome. It was actually a really good show.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there. It was pretty packed.
Let's see. JB50 Watt. Tone Wars. Fluff did a video where he talked all about the history of the Mesa Rectifier amps. It was an interview.
I saw that.
It was pretty interesting, and maybe you'd like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that with Co-Killer Studios. I love that dude, Co-Killer. He's in Germany, and he does a lot of speaker shootouts, and he does a lot of really interesting stuff that all of us would learn from, and it's not really, he does some mainstream kind of stuff, and he does some stuff that's like I wouldn't say left field, but kind of shortstop area, like really cool off, out of the box kind of stuff. And he's a great guy, knows his stuff, and you can trust him. Like, he's really knowledgeable. He's got this really nice studio in Germany. So, and the Germans, man, when it comes to metal, man, the Germans just bring it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, everything they do is just so, they just really do a great job.
Eric Salinas. What's up, everyone? Almost blew up my 5150 this weekend, and he got lucky. Oh, boy.
Dude,
Whew.
that's scary.
Absolutely. Glad
Yeah.
you did not blow up.
Glad you dodged that bullet.
Aw, Big Mike is here.
Oh, no. Big Mike.
He says, what's up?
Time for you to blush.
What's up?
What's going on, Big Mike?
Kyle Matthew, yep, that's me. Oh, I already read that one. Kyle, if you have a website or a Facebook page for your artistry, go ahead and put it in the chat so everybody can go see your stuff. Eric, I forget I had a different amp that he had a different amp plugged in to his cab. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's, I'll tell you, if you have, and something that Jay and I discussed briefly in the Rev versus Rev video, but it's something I'll say again, is if you have the means, which they're not a lot, but if you have a couple extra bucks laying around, go get a KHE amp and cab switcher. I'm telling you, that is the most important piece of gear in this basement. I'm not kidding you. It is the most important piece of gear down here. I don't know how I could ever do this show without it, because I picked, the Driftwood tonight to play. And if I didn't have it, I'd be like, oh, great, now I got to hook all this stuff up.
Right.
And every time you hook up an amp, there's a chance you're going to miss something. And when you have a switcher, they're always hooked up. And you just go, well, today I'm going to play my EBH Stealth. You fire that up and select it on the switcher and go. And you can switch cabs. You can blend cabs. I mean, I'm telling you, it's one of those things where at first when you buy it, you're kind of like, God, it's like, that is not a sexy purchase.
No, it's kind of like having to buy a washer.
Yeah.
Like you don't enjoy spending the money on home appliances.
Yep. But when you got a pile of laundry to do, that washer is like, and it's kind of like with the KHE. And I'm just being honest. Like, when I first got it and spent the money on it, I'm like, ooh, that stung a little, because it's not a fun purchase. It's not like, I can't wait to hear it. You don't hear it. But when you get it and you hook all your amps up to it, and I'll guarantee you this, your amps are all going to sound better, because you're going to compare them to each other, and you're going to find what ones have a little something over the other, and then you're going to find a way to make them all sound optimal, because they're going to watch each other's fight tapes and learn how to fight better. That's kind of how it is with amps, and they're all going to sound better. And again, it makes playing your amps so much more enjoyable, and you'll never have to worry about, I plugged into the wrong cab or didn't have one plugged in or whatever. It just doesn't happen,
JQ is with us. He says, what's up, guys? EVH 50 watt Stealth versus EL 34. Have you tried both, and what are your thoughts?
Yes, I actually did a shootout. If you Google it on or go on YouTube's algorithm and type that in, you'll find my video about it. I put them up against each other, and it was a good shootout. So one thing I will say is, if you get the 50 watt EL 34, the blue channel is completely useless unless you do, I think it's called the C45 mod, where they snip that circuit, and that circuit is made to make that channel really gooey and spongy. But if you snip the circuit, you bypass it, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, now it's a great channel. So the amp in that video had that mod done, and it sounded just incredible, and it shocked me, because I switched to that channel and I was like expecting the goopy channel, and I'm like, oh, this sounds great. And he's like, yeah, I had it modded. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I played it before and it sounded like doo-doo. But the red channel was beautiful. But the blue one was like, ugh. Yeah, it really is. Everybody says it too. They're like, what's up with the blue channel?
Wow.
Yeah, it was an Easter egg they put in there, but it was like a rotten Easter egg.
A rotten Easter egg.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Something stanky. But at least you can fix it with that mod.
Tech Death Hippie is with us. He says, I ordered a Larry amp. Have you
What's
got
up?
to try any of his amps? Have you ever tried any of his amps?
I've heard of them and I've seen them, and I want to try them, but I haven't yet.
Tech Death Hippie.
Yeah. One of these days, I will get my hands on a Lawrence.
Marty 5 says, oh well, if you want the ultimate Celestion speaker comparison video, check out the Hop Hole Studios YouTube channel.
Ah.
Adam Steele had loads of YouTubers play a track to compare the speakers in many styles. Also, I'm a mod there as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Ah. Yeah, I will check that out for sure. I love speaker comparisons are hard to do because you gotta do the one demo with the one speaker, then you gotta pull the back off the amp, take the speaker out, unscrew it, unwire it, and then put the new one in, screw it in, put the wires back in, put the back on, and make sure the cab doesn't move because the mics can't move.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of work. Yeah, so I won't be doing any of those anytime soon, but I appreciate the guys that do. Trust me.
Lloyd Phillips wants to hear some Change of Seasons.
Oh, man.
DT 7-string.
Dude, hell yeah, man. I want to hear it too. I wish I'll have to learn that one. I got to learn some more DT riffs because those are the best riffs out there, if you ask me.
Aaron, did we play at the Loving Touch with them too, and Interstate Revival?
I think we did.
We must have.
Yeah, we did.
We played with them at Maidstone. We played 3 shows with them?
Yeah, we did. You're right. Loving Touch, we also played there.
Yeah,
yep.
Aaron put it in there.
Yep, he's right. I remember that night.
Yeah, that other crappy band. It's freaking Interstate Revival with the other female singer.
Yeah. No, she's kidding. No.
Totally kidding.
Yeah. No, they're awesome, man. They have some really good stuff. If you like the bluesy rock kind of stuff,
bluesy rock.
Yep, that's your style. That's some good stuff there. I have 2 of his CDs upstairs. Yeah. I pop them in occasionally in the old home theater system, and it's good music to just listen to and enjoy.
His wife Rochelle has a nice smoky voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'd be singing.
Not like the smoky voice.
No.
Just a very soothing, sexy, smoky voice.
Yeah, and she loves her hubby.
That's right.
And he loves her too.
What is the word he always used to describe her on Facebook?
Goddess.
Well, yes, but he always, I think it starts with an R. Oh, no, he always says he's addicted to her.
Yeah.
He's addicted to her. She's a goddess. And there's another word that gets me every time he says it. It'll come to me, or I'll have to stalk you on Facebook and figure out what it is. Dave Revell! Dave Revell from Canada!
What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. He
says it's the Scotch night for him.
Ah.
Boy, I think if I drank Scotch right now, my insides would crawl up my throat and burn everybody.
That might be cool to see. It'd be pretty metal.
It's pretty metal for
That'd
a metal.
That'd be pretty metal.
Right.
Do it while I'm shredding. You could be my prop. Dude, you gotta watch this channel.
We had some new art for our shirts. New t-shirt art. Nice.
This chick totally loses her mind while he plays and eats people.
Sherry said, hi, Sherry, Dave's wife.
Hey, Sherry, how you doing?
Yeah. All right, we have a super chat from Dean Harkness. He says, okay, I have a question for you before you get started because I don't want to sidetrack the show. You use the HELIX as an attenuator, right? Can that be done with an HX stomp and expression?
Thank you for the super chat and the question. No, because the HX stomp doesn't have a master volume knob. You can-ish with the volumes that are associated with the loop that you're going to run your amp through. It's not really an attenuator. It's kind of like a poor man's attenuator anyways. Like, it doesn't really attenuate the amp. Basically, what I'm doing is using the HELIX as a master volume when I run my amps in 4-cable method. And I crank the volume on the amplifier to adjust for the volume that I have on the HELIX. So they kind of work together-ish. But an attenuator will actually take the load and do something with it before it goes into the speaker cab. But it adds a little magic to it. But it's like a poor man's attenuator. So, yeah.
No, keep talking. I'm stalking Aaron Lucas's page
okay.
right now.
So, yeah, it's...
All right, I haven't seen it yet.
What was I going to say? It Yeah, you just I'm trying to find another way to explain it. I don't know or French.
You don't know English?
Spanish.
I don't know English.
I don't know English right now either.
All right. Let's see. The big Helix has everything short of a flux capacitor, and I don't need all that.
I think the Helix is the best 4-cable method product out there. That's the easiest to use and I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I mean, it works perfect for me for what I do.
Keith Jackson, he says, "Hey guys, love the live show. Wondering which cab and mic you'll be using with the Driftwood tonight. Also hoping to hear the clean tone as well."
Oh, you will?
You will when
Perfect.
I sing.
Perfect timing, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for being here and for your question. So when I will be playing the clean channel, which is glorious on this amplifier, by the way. It's so warm and big and it's just a beautiful clean channel. So what you'll hear it through anytime she's singing, you'll hear it through the aux box, and the cab and mics I'm using in the aux box is the Mesa 412 with the Royer 121 and SM57. But when I'm playing my mixes, like when she's not singing, I'll use the real cab in the room, which is the Mesa 212 with the Royer 121 and the SM57 combined as well. So that's what you'll be hearing it through tonight. So again, when she's singing, it's the aux box, because I can't have this mic on and a cab in the room, because it'll
blow
just
everything
be
up.
Yeah. So
I remembered the word. Aaron always describes his wife as alluring. Alluring. Rochelle. So alluring.
So alluring.
That's a great word.
Yeah, that's what every wife
all
wants
of us want to hear that. Yeah.
They all want to hear that.
Tech Death Hippie says speakers are tough to shoot out.
They are, man. It's a lot of work. I mean, shootouts alone are a lot of work. I mean, just like when me and Jay were down here last night. I mean, it was, 4 hours of setup, dial in, and then playing and talking and all that. And then it's going to be probably 4 hours of editing.
Yeah.
And then I got to upload it, make a thumbnail, and put in all the tags. And I mean, by the time I'm done, it's going to be, maybe 12 hours to do that video.
Lots of time.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
Jerry W. says, "I'm digging Kari's dress. It's beautiful." Well, thanks. Thank you. It's nice and easy to wear on an 86-degree day in August.
Exactly.
Thank you. Dave Rebella, "I spent enough coin on speakers until I found my magic pairing. It's not easy getting that ear-perfect sound." Yes.
Yeah, it does take a while. It really does.
Scott Fulmer says he's been busy with his daughter's upcoming wedding in 2 weeks.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Says he needs a drink. Yeah. His wife is the wedding planner, though, so.
Oh, well, good. Scott's the checkbook.
Yes. Perrin Davis says, "Puke wars."
Puke wars.
Puke wars. Yeah, I hear that. Okay, last question, and then maybe we can do the songs.
Yes.
JB50 Watt, "How does the Driftwood compare to a triple rectifier? I remember your triple rec video, but that was before the Driftwood."
Oh, great question. In fact, I could probably get a triple rec back on here and do a shootout for you as soon as I'm done with these buildings, which hopefully would be within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then life is going to get
so much better.
Back to normal for me. As much as I appreciate the work and the money associated with it, I need a life, and I haven't had one in 4 months. So anyways, how does it compare? The Driftwood definitely has a better low end. In other words, it's not tubby. It's just huge. Doesn't have tank ass. It's got this really nice, big, fat low end without all the gooiness. And it just sounds really thunderous and big. And the top end is much better. It's not fizzy. It has a sizzle switch on it that gives you a bite instead of an efflorescence. Is that what I want to say? Effervescence. What's that? Effervescence, yes. Yeah, it gives you a bite instead of effervescence. It's not the Alka-Seltzer.
Can't get enough of that efflorescence.
Yeah, yeah, so it just has a nicer, more modern sound. And it takes a pedal well. You have to be careful, while I'm on the subject of the Driftwood, you got to be careful how you push the front end of this amp. I was pushing it
Is this the thing that you wanted me to remind you to say?
Yeah, so I was pushing it. Exactly. I was pushing it with the precision drive. And like I push every amp, but the precision drive has a lot more headroom in the volume on it, how it pushes an amp. So it has twice of what any other pedal has. So I always use more because more is more. I had it at 3 o'clock on the level on the pedal. But on the Driftwood, when you do that, it gets kind of like this weird kind of broken up sound after you play a note. Yeah. It's got this like particles that come after the note. You know, it's weird. So I had to back that off a little bit, and I found the sweet spot, which is about 1 o'clock. And all of a sudden, the amp cleaned up and got tighter, and it just no particles anymore. But yeah, the amp is amazing. It's way more aggressive than a dual or triple rec, and I love the overall tone. It's much more modern sounding, and it's drier. And it does, again, great low end, great top end, and actually, it's based on a dual rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that made it, Merrick, he made it. When I was on the phone with him, I asked him, I said, what was your inspiration? I was thinking EVH or something like that. He goes, a dual rack. And I'm like, wow, because it sounds nothing like one. Yeah. So it's just, it's almost like, remember that Matt Foley skit in the basement all night drinking coffee? That's what they did with the dual rack. They fed it a whole bunch of coffee and Coke, and now it's a freaking Driftwood.
Oh, goodness.
It's knocking over coffee tables everywhere.
I'm doing that thing. I know we're getting ready to sing, and I'm like, I don't know the first words. What's the name of the song?
What song are we doing?
The Eurythmics one.
Oh, Here Comes the Rain Again.
That's it. That sucks so bad. I'm like, what's the name of the... Oh.
We haven't practiced much, so we just mic checked, and that was it tonight, so yeah. Let me make sure I got my stuff good here. Okay, turn up a little here.
Turn it up.
All right. Go.
Here comes the rain again, raining on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. I wanna walk in the open wind, wanna kiss like lovers do. I wanna dive into your ocean. Is it raining with you? So baby, talk to me. Here comes the rain again, raining on my head like a tragedy, tearing me apart like a new emotion. I wanna walk in the open wind, I wanna kiss like lovers do. I wanna dive into your ocean. Is it raining with you? So baby, talk to me. Do walk with me like lovers do. Talk to me like lovers do. Whoa, yeah. Here it comes again. Ooh,
Got choked on my own spit there.
Drink some water, girl. It happens.
Sorry about that. Woo! Do you want to do Take On Me?
We can.
Yeah?
I hope I remember it. It's been
Well, I coughed in the middle of my song, so you can mess it up now.
Alright, we'll back the bus over both of us.
Okay. No?
Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yep. If you want to back out, we can do this. Woo!
We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. The things that you say.
I messed it up now.
Slowly learning that life is okay. Say after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. The things that you say, is it life or just to play my worries away? You're all the things I've got to remember. Say after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. In a day or two. In a day or two.
There we go.
There. We flubbed our way through that one.
Yes, we did. We have not been practicing.
We should have done that one a couple more times, I think.
But, you know, it is what it is. All right.
Ox, right?
Huh?
You're still in the ox, so you're not counting.
Yeah, I'm
everybody.
still in the
Okay.
ox. Yep. So this is still the ox, but this is the way Driftwood sounds through that. Man, I'm so glad I made that change with the pedal because. Here, let me just turn this.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I made the change with the pedal because it sounds so much freaking better now. It just had all this weird, goopy, particly crap after it. Let me show you. I'll crank the pedal up, the volume on the pedal, and show you. You hear all that afterwards? It's like this weird kind of motorboaty weird thing that happens. There, sounds so much better now. Yep, it's a pretty dry, unforgiving amp, but gosh, it sounds just amazing. It really does, especially with the cab in the room. It just bites your head off, you know.
Thanks for all the compliments, by the way. I was just reading them through while Jarrod was going and adjusting things. Or encouraging us to keep going.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a live show. There's going to be falters every once in a while. I mean, you guys, whoever's watched the show enough, they've heard probably at least 100 bad notes from me. So it happens, you know.
It
We're
happens.
just.
That's all right.
Well, the thing is, the more I
live
do
to
this,
die another day.
yeah. The more I do the live streams and stuff, the more I'm comfortable with little things because it's like it's gonna happen, you know. And you know, we're just real people with you know, other things going on in life, and every once in a while, you just don't have enough time to put in the 8,000 hours of practice, but you still want to do it anyway. And, you know.
Perrin, thank you. He says he loves my voice.
Oh, she's got an awesome voice. I love coming down here and doing this because I get to hear it too, you know. It's fun. Yeah, I love it.
I love doing it. I don't do it enough.
Yes.
Thank you, Keith. Carry a beautiful tone in your voice. Marty5 wants the Evanescence song next.
Oh.
You know, that would be a funny thing to try to muddle our way through that. Yeah. You guys want something to laugh at?
Yeah, we haven't practiced that in months. We haven't practiced, honestly, like the 2 songs that we did so far tonight, we haven't played in a while because she was sick. Remember when you had to...
You were busy and I was sick there for a minute. But that's all right.
Yeah.
We practiced a little bit before, but...
Yeah, so...
Dean Harkness. Oh, Switzerland.
All right.
CS says, holy crap, 27 people and 20 of us have wrenches. Maybe I should relinquish mine. There's only 3.
There's only 3.
CS, Marty, and Dean.
What's going on, Chris?
Yeah.
Good to see you here. All right, let's do some Majestic...
Oh, we're going to do that one too?
Yeah, you want to?
Sure. I put my mic away.
Yeah, let's do Majestic
Going to do a heavier one now.
Yeah. All right, 1 second here. Make sure I got the volume right here. Got
Love
those
it.
done. Yeah.
Super majestic there.
Thank you. That's why it's
Yeah.
called Majestic Gent Balls.
Working title.
Majestic Gent Balls.
JB50 remembered, he said, I like some majestic gent balls in my spaghetti. Oh, Sean Casey says, both sound good on the songs, even the little mistakes.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Eric
you very
says
much.
it sounds huge.
Thank you.
Lloyd, badass.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a fun one, man. That's a challenging solo. Every time I play it, I get a little nervous, especially when I've been practicing as much as I've not as of late.
Right.
But yeah, I'm going to switch to the real cab in a minute here, and that's when the fun begins, as far as I'm concerned, because
Perrin
I
wants
love
to
how it
know
sounds.
what my musical background is.
Oh.
Yeah, so I grew up singing in church and choirs and praise teams and stuff like that, and then I sang in a couple garage bands, one with you.
Yep.
A little cover garage
Yeah,
band.
that was a joke.
Right?
It was a joke, but that's where our paths first crossed.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yep. And then had kids, all that kind of stuff, and one of my friends had reached out to me, not wondering if I knew a guitar player, because the guitar player for her son's birthday party backed out or whatever, and she was looking for one, and so I called him and asked him if he would be interested in taking the gig, and he was like, no, but I need you to come sing in my band. My new band. So then I've been in his band ever since.
Yeah.
And I took a few classes, vocal classes when I was in high school. Nothing serious, but what I do is what I do. I watch some YouTube videos and get some tips and stuff here and there, but do what I do.
Yep. You do what you do,
Yeah.
boo-boo.
CS says that was nice and fluid. Fluid, that's a really good term for that song.
Oh.
It's very fluid.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorites to play, but it's also a challenge.
Yeah.
Yep. I dropped my pick. I don't know if you caught that.
I
but my
didn't.
pick,
I was worried about myself.
My pick flew out of my hand while I was playing and landed. It's funny how they always land like in these weird places. Like,
Never where you need them to, though.
yeah, I'm surprised it didn't land on my neighbor's roof or something, you know. Hey, your
Like the
pick's...
tree from the
Yeah.
tornado.
Yeah, stupid, man.
No! I just got a note that my power is out at home.
Oh, no.
No.
Ugh.
And it's hot.
It's
oh, wait.
hotter.
There's a generator, though. Generator.
Will it run your air?
Yes.
Oh, you're lucky. You are lucky.
Anyway,
You'll be fine.
back to the show. Pran says, Kari, your intonation is very good. Well, thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Keith Jackson, wow, so good. Such a full and in-your-face tone. Wondering if the Sizzle switch was on during that song.
Oh, thank you, and yes, it is. I'll demo the Sizzle switch for you in a second here. In fact, let me do that now. Let me switch over to the real cab, because I love that, because as much as I love the aux, it's great, but when I don't have that boom in the boom in the room, I don't get that you know, and when I have the real cab, it's right behind me. And it's just, it's just amazing. I feel like every palm mute is Godzilla stomping on the floor with his foot. That's what it sounds like. So let me mute the room mic, because that'll be awful if I have the real cab on. And then I'll play some riffs and demo the Sizzle switch. Okay, so this amp has so much low end, but good low end. I actually had to do a filter. I had to cut some of the lows out of the Royer 121. Otherwise, I got a meter here. It spikes the meter. Because somebody said once, they're like, "Yeah, I had a Driftwood once, and it didn't have any low end." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, this amp will level a house, man. I'm not kidding you. It is freaking just fat as hell. It's so good, man." So I had to do a low cut on the mic tonight because I'm like, it's spiking the meter, and I'm like, well, I gotta do that. I don't usually like doing that.
Marty 5 says sounds a bit chainsawy on his end.
Chainsawy. Oh,
in
really?
The mids. Yeah.
I have. So here's how it's set up. I got the bass at noon, mids at 11 o'clock, treble at noon, and gain at like 1 o'clock. And then I have the Sizzle switch on. So let me demo that. So I'm going to turn the Sizzle switch off. And there's two positions. There's off, position 1, and position 2. So I'm going to do off for starters. And when you see me reach back there, it'll be position 1. And then when you see me reach back there again, it'll be position 2.
Do you need me to do something?
Right here, that's position 1. And then all the way over is position 2.
So you want 1 first and then 2?
Yeah, so...
Let me not knock the table over.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
oh my god. So 0, 1, all the way over
0
is 2.
is right in the middle.
Yep.
You're starting in the middle.
Starting in the middle.
Then you want 1 and 2.
Yep, and then just tell them, what you're doing. So 0 now. 1 second.
Right.
There you go. Nice. We'll put it back over to 2. I like it in 2 because it gives it that nice cut,
Crunch.
that bite, And thank you. Thanks, Vanna.
Yeah. JB50 if you just chug on an inverted power cord, that would probably sound monstrous in the amp.
Oh, dude, it's just incredible in the room. Like I said, the cab's right behind me, and it's just like, honestly, it's like Godzilla stomping on the floor. It's just so freaking huge sounding. I love it.
I do. I like this amp.
Yeah.
Not just because it's purple, but
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
It does sound really good. Let me do a mix with it, because mix. 1 second here. Let's do Disjointed. That's always a good chunky song to do. Here we go. It's just I seriously, like, I know I say this a lot with my different amps, but this is the most distinct, like, and unique amp that I have, and that pick attack on it, that chunky, like that aggressive slice. As soon as the pick hits the strings, it's almost like they're expecting it, and it's just like this extra slice to it, and it just sounds incredible to me. I love the amp. It's very, very good. And it really keeps you on your toes because you really do have to play well with it, and because it will point out all your mistakes. There's not a lot of forgiveness with this amp at all, but for some reason it sounds so good I don't care.
Marty5 says he liked position 2 best as well.
Yeah.
Steve Wheelhart, wow, sounds amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great amp.
W. Windling, I love the 80s type metal amp sound. Sounds awesome. Shake the Foundation.
Shake the Foundation. That's one of my favorite AC/DC songs. Yeah, I love that song so much. That's a good one.
Lloyd says that sounds ridiculous. Wow. JB50,
Thank you.
how much does this amp cost?
It's about $3,500, and you can get it with MIDI. I thought when I bought this amp, I thought it came with MIDI because it had a DIN plug on the back. It looked like a MIDI jack. So,
you bought this one used?
No, I bought it new.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it new from Destroy All Guitars, and there was a miscommunication.
Why you want to destroy all guitars?
That's just the name.
What? That's not a very good name
I know, kind of.
for a gear store. Destroy all guitars.
What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on?
But yeah, there was a miscommunication about that. When I got it, I was like, this doesn't have MIDI, and then I called Merrick. I'm like, how do I know if it has MIDI or not? And he's like, are the switches, the toggle switches on it, are they momentary? I said, no. He goes, it's not MIDI. I'm like, ugh. But it sounded so good. I was like, well, whatever.
Big Mike. He says, I can hear some of those Rice crispy snap crackle pop bleeding through on the chugs. Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I thought there's a little bit of delay, so maybe that's part of it. There's a little bit of delay when I was doing that crap, but I don't know. I'm not hearing anything bad on my end. Let me play it again. 1 second. Let me just goof around with it. Yeah, I lowered the volume on the pedal a little bit more. It cleaned it up. I cranked it to show you what it does, and I probably didn't put it back in the sweet spot properly. But yeah, it's, oh my God, this amp's stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
I just accidentally clicked out of the show. All right, come back. Come back.
Yeah, I'll do a couple more mixes in a second. I'll do the standard one.
Says, okay, new song, finished or no?
It's finished, but
it's finished, but he can't play it.
I can't play it because
I gotta take this one out. This one, my left ear's not happy.
Yeah, sorry. It's not gonna be happy in a minute when I start playing again. Yeah, I have to put it back in. But yeah, I played it for Jay last night, and I screwed up a couple things. I mean, and people are probably sick of me saying this, but I've been working so much I don't have time to practice. So I practice maybe 2 to 3 hours a week right now, and it's sad.
That makes Jarrod sad.
It
He's
does.
a sad man when he can't practice.
Sad man, yeah.
JB50 Watt, is there a 2-channel version of this amp?
Yes, it's called the Darkest Nightmare. Well, this actually is a 2-channel.
Nightmare?
Yeah.
What is this? Was the purple nightmare?
Yeah, so there
darkest purple night. They need a darkest purple night.
That would be a 3-channel. That would be awesome. Because then you could get a clean and 2 dirty channels. That to me would be perfect.
There you go.
So yeah, this is a 2-channel amp. It actually has a clean channel that's glorious, and then you can get the Darkest Nightmare, which is 2 high gain channels but no clean. Let me demo the clean again for you with a real cab. Yeah, so that's a clean.
Beautiful.
Isn't it? It's really warm, but it's got this big kind of like there's this surging kind of low end that comes behind all the notes. And,
Makes me want to sing over it.
yeah. No, it's really good. It's got a really big, warm sound. It's just
Chicago
it's nice.
Todd, where you been?
Hey, what's going on, man?
He says, jumping in here super late. Hey, folks. He been
going on?
busy.
Yeah, you've been busy.
My left ear's not happy.
Sorry.
Super not happy.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I'm familiar, Todd. Good to see you here, buddy.
Christopher, thanks for the super chat. He says, I'm late. It's a gorgeous day here, so I'm outside grilling some chicken and kebabs.
Woohoo! Good for you, man. Thank you.
Miss Kari is looking fabulous. As well, as always, and the Shredmaster is killing it as usual.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Happy Sunday, Tone Wars crew. Happy Sunday, Christopher.
Always good to have you here, Christopher. Thank you so much.
Paul Smith, I still think it's the mics. They're just ripping on your fizzle sizzle mics.
No, there's no. I don't hear anything,
I
and
don't hear
I got
either.
the direct sound right into my ears here, and I think it sounds. The mics are fine because I don't do it with any other amp. So, yeah, I think it sounds. I think it sounds good. You know.
Keith thought it sounded good too. Keith Jackson, he says that sounds so good. The
Yeah.
Driftwood might even beat the Ingle. Wow, so brutally aggressive.
It is. There's a and the thing is you guys like. I'll say this too. Like you have no idea how nearly
Like
this
the
amp is.
gnarliness.
Yeah, because like the the compression on YouTube really squashes things down, but when you're in the room, you get the bite. I mean, it's there, and it's a good bite. It's like
Except in
it's
my
like
left ear.
yeah, it's like the bite of a vampire. It's awesome. You don't even realize you're dying.
Gunnerman just joined us. Gunnerman
Hey,
54.
What's up, man?
Let's see. Dean Harkness wants to hear the thanks.
I could do that. Yeah.
JB 50 watt. What about one of those modded dual rectifiers I've been seeing popping up on YouTube?
Oh yeah. In fact, Kyle Rhodes is doing that from KSR. He does the mods on the dual Rex, which really tempted me to buy a dual Rex so I could send it to him to mod it. But because that would be cool, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking one of those out. It's basically like what Fluff said about it. Is it's as if you know, it sounds like if they modded it 20 years ago. Like if they took the amp and modded it 20 years ago, because it's still got that great classic dual Rex sound, but it just sounds beefier and more, you know, more modern.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? But the top end is better, and so is the low end in it, so it still sounds great.
You can play the Sphinx?
In a minute. First, I'm going to do a couple other mixes because I'm really feeling this amp right now. So let me do the standard crap, and then I'll do another one, and then I'll do the Sphinx.
All right, and hurry up because my ear hurts.
All right, 1 second. You got it in
Maybe. Do you have a foamy ear pad?
there?
Earplug?
No, I don't.
Ether?
I'm third. Nope. I ain't got nothing over here for
It's
that.
yelling at me.
Wow, that's weird. Those are custom.
I know, but maybe my ears changed.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're just weird.
You should.
All right, 1 second.
You should.
That is just stupid. Oh
You're
my
stupid.
god. You're stupid. I'm going to turn the delay down a little bit on the solos. Alright, 1 second. Let me do another one. I could play that amp all freaking day.
I know it. I know it.
It's so good.
You play it well.
That hits you in the feels, man. That's pretty good there.
Aaron Lucas, good, sweet Jesus, that sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Paul, it sounds good. It did sound good in the
Thank
mix.
you. Yeah,
You
crank
got
it.
the mix right this week too. Last week it was.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty. All I
Yeah.
could hear was that honky bass.
Yeah,
that
there was
twangy honky.
there was something goofy going on. I didn't have much time to set up last week's live stream. The thing is, what I got to do is I got to actually play a mix or two and then record it and then go to my computer and listen to it on the speakers and then back and forth. Yeah, it drives me freaking nuts. But
Lloyd Phillips, that just made me really happy.
oh, well, me too.
Love that.
Thank you.
Dean Harkness, thank you for the super chat.
Oh wow,
He says,
thanks.
you
sir.
guys were talking studio time earlier. No deadline, but maybe we could all pitch in so y'all could do a few songs and free downloads to everyone who pitched in.
Oh man, that would be
a great idea.
That would be very kind of you, sir. We would like that. I got a good friend of mine, TJ, a good friend of ours actually, who is starting to do that, and he actually is the one that did,
the new one.
The new one.
Not the twangy.
Yeah,
boingy
Night
one.
Terrors. Yeah.
Not the boingy one.
Yeah, Night Terrors, and boy, did he do a freaking kick-ass job on that song. I can't wait to present that song to you guys because it's done, but I gotta play it right.
Karen Davis says, that's a good idea, Dean. I could chip in. Aw.
Well, that would be really kind of you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Seriously. Thank you. That would mean a
I
lot.
haven't been to the studio.
You're gonna love going to TJ's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
In years.
Yeah.
It's literally been years since
Yeah,
I've
it
been
has.
to the
Let me
studio.
switch gears.
And it was not a great experience.
No, last time sucked.
Yeah. Really bad.
Yep.
And I had to get a refund. It was so bad.
Yep. We'll never have to deal with that again now, will we?
Thanks to TJ.
Yep. Oh, TJ was awesome, man. He did such a great job on that song, and he's so accommodating and just easy to work with. And honestly, he's one of the best guitar players in the area.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he really is, and
he's super humble.
yeah, he could be an egoist, but he's not. He's really humble and very accommodating and kind. And it's amazing because when you hear him play, you're like, oh, that guy's got to be a jerk. He's so good, but he's not.
Definitely not a jerk.
No, he's super cool.
He had a good mama and a good papa.
Yep, his dad's a great guy, so yeah.
Runs sound in the area.
Yep. He's just one of those guys that can do a lot of great stuff with music, and he's a good guy to know.
Yeah.
For, just be as a person as well. Yep.
He's one of those people that is like forever young. He's, 30-ish, and he looks like he's 24.
Yeah. Yep. Acts like he's 12. Just kidding.
Right. Forever young. You gonna play some more?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna play some more. You ain't gonna stop me from playing tonight. I'm feeling it.
You gonna play this, or did you play the Sphinx?
No, I didn't play no Sphinx
That's
yet.
right.
I'm about to. I'm about to.
You can't play any of the new one?
I switched guitars. It's on the other guitar.
Gosh darn it, Jarrod.
Gosh darn it. Yeah. See? My excuse. All right. Let me play a couple riffs on this. This guitar is drop tuned a little bit more. It's the red one's standard. This is a half step down with the B dropped to an A. There. Now it's dropped to an A because I just tuned it.
That says C sharp.
Yeah. This thing's
Hey,
been
Steve
sitting.
Shaheen just joined us.
Hey, Steve, what's going on, man?
Happy Sunday.
There's another great guitar player and great person in the area. Steve's amazing. Great dude. Okay, let the riffs commence. 1 second. God, that is almost spiritual playing that amp. It's holy crap, man.
You're having a good night, huh?
Oh, I'm having fun, man. I'm having a great time.
Dean says, those chops and that voice, I'd really like to see what could be with the right guy behind the desk. Yes, right?
Thank you. Yeah, we have recorded some stuff in the past, but, you know, I want to do, we could actually take, you know, Night Terrors and make a song out of it.
You can play it.
You got to get your creep on.
You know I can do that.
Yeah, you got to get your creep on, girl. Yep. I think you could kill that song. You know, I mean, I'm having the time of my life playing tonight. I mean, thank you guys for, you know, seriously, for being here and giving me a reason to do this, because like I honestly like. I'm a very purpose-driven person when it comes to playing guitar. If I'm just going to play for myself, which there's nothing wrong with that, but for me, I have to have a reason beyond me to play, and you guys give me that, and I seriously, I mean that. Like, it means a lot to me. You know, it's so much fun to play and do this.
JB51 wants to know what wah pedal you use.
Oh, what I'm using is the Mission Engineering expression pedal, and the wah I'm using in the HELIX is actually the throaty, I believe. Yeah.
Lloyd says he's speechless.
Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's the throaty wah. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, so... Yeah, and it's just, I love the HELIX because there's just so many things I can do because of it, and it really does help me out. I mean, gosh, I've had this thing since they first came out. I think I was the first guy in Michigan to get a HELIX. I really was. I called all over the place, and they got one in somewhere, and I freaking drove like almost 2 hours to get it, you know, and I couldn't wait, so...
That is, he has no patience.
Yeah.
It's so true.
I'm like that. If you got something, I'm coming to get it, you know. I don't care if it's 3 a.m. Like, well, you said you had it. Like, well, we're sleeping. Well, not anymore because you're here. So, while I'm here.
It's awful.
Yeah. Maybe I should do, I haven't played this in a while. I can do 3 shots in the chaser. I'll probably screw it up, but hey, who cares?
Hey, we did some screw-ups earlier.
Yeah, tonight is let's screw it up and who gives a crap night, right? Yeah, I'm just feeling this amp big time. I'm just glad I figured that out with the pedal, you know, how to dial the pedal in with this amp better, because I was like, there's this weird thing it's doing, and I finally backed off the pedal, and I was like, oh, there it is. It cleaned up, and now it sounds amazing. All right, 1 second. Let's do 3 shots in the chaser. Boy, that song was appropriately named, wasn't it? 3 shots and a chaser. That's what it feels like to play it, man. Boom! God, man, I don't know, guys. I'm feeling frisky tonight.
Your cats better watch out.
My cat. What does that make me look like? Don't even go there. My cat.
I just meant because you'll be acting weird.
Oh, lock up your ladies. Oh my God, man.
Let's see. I didn't have my earplug in when
Oh,
you
you
started, and I'm pretty sure I blew out my ear.
Oh.
I was like, oh, you'll frantically see me shoving it. It's too loud.
It's stupid loud, and I love it because, like, I got the in-ears in, so it blocks out the room noise, but, and I got new foam tips tonight, so I got a great seal going on here, but the cab is right behind me, and it just feels amazing. I'm getting a back massage
When I heard it, it wasn't articulated notes. It was this, like, it was like my ear was like, I don't know how to process what's happening right now.
I'm sorry.
6-string Brian says, do you like the Rev amps, Jarrod?
Oh, yeah. Got one right there, and it's amazing. It sounds incredible. If you missed it from the beginning, I actually announced at the beginning that Jay, a good friend of ours, is Warm Chord Music in the chat, he brought his Rev Mark II over yesterday, and God, does that thing sound amazing.
The red one?
Yeah, dude, that thing sounds killer.
I did like it.
Yeah, you like it too. Yeah, so he brought that over, and we did a comparison between it and the Mark III. And I got to tell you, when Jay first brought the amp over, I loved it. I was like, man, this amp's really cool. There were certain channels that I was like, well, I prefer the red channel over the purple. And when he brought it over last night, I liked it even more than I remembered liking it. Like the purple channel that didn't work for me last time, even though I thought it's a great channel, it just didn't have the aggression or gain that I liked or that I needed or whatever. But last night I'm like, dude, I don't know what I was thinking. I could totally play this channel all day long.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Maybe when you heard it the last time you had tired ears.
Yeah, well, it all depends. Your mood, your ears, whatever you ate for breakfast. I don't know. It all comes into play.
Chris A. has joined us from Mississauga, Ontario.
Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see somebody from our Canadian neighbor.
The bridge is, I don't know if they're closing it back up, because it seems like everything's closing back up again. I saw on Facebook earlier that there's bands that are canceling tours and stuff again. But yeah, I know the bridge was open for essential work or something only.
Well, it's essential that Dave or Bell comes over here. So.
Because we need that Audi Spice whiskey.
Yeah, and we need to hang out with Dave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But,
that too.
Of course. Yeah, of course, Dave.
But all Honey Spice whiskey all the time.
And if you don't show up with it, we'll be busy.
Lloyd says, please do not seek medical attention for what you're feeling. It's called rock and roll.
Oh.
You've both obviously caught the bug.
Oh, thank you, man. It's like, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's nights you plug into your amp and you're like, I ain't going to bed. Like, I'm going to play until I pass out. Like, tonight's one of those nights for me. And a lot of it, too, is what you're seeing is I miss this. I miss playing my music, and I miss playing my guitar and my amps. Because I've been so busy. So when I come down here, it's like a starving person. I'm just devouring everything. Like, I'm so hungry for this stuff. And I miss it so much. And it's good sometimes to recline from the table, but to get hungry again, because then you come back down
I've
with
been
the
reclined
new.
for a really long time.
We recording. I just got to get done. We will. We will. But yeah, it's good to get hungry again because all that new inspiration comes back, and it's just nice, you know. It really is. You appreciate it more. You never take it for granted, you know.
JB50 Watt says, I have one of those mini Dunlop 535Q wah pedals, the one that is spring-loaded and auto-return. I think I was one of the first to buy it on Sweetwater.
Yep, I am a spring-loaded guy myself, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because my Mission pedal is spring-loaded. Yeah, I just love not having to, you know, because you can just do that.
Yeah, you don't have to work at it.
Yeah, with the Y, you have to push all the way down and hit that little switch at the top, the toe
For it to
switch,
bounce back.
and then come back. And so every time you click your Y, you always got all the time.
Yeah.
With the toe tap or with the spring load, you never have that issue. So
The Sacred Angler is here.
hey,
He says, hello from Cambridge, Ontario.
what's going on? Wow, a lot of Canadian people tonight.
We got the Canadians.
Yeah, cool, man. Good to see you here.
Check out, if you haven't, check out the Spiced Honey Creek. Spiced
40
Honey
Creek.
40 Creek.
40
from
Creek.
40 Creek. Yes.
Yeah, that
Spiced
is-
honey whiskey. Oh, so good.
It is. It's really freaking good. I love that whiskey. That's our favorite. There's really nothing. It's so good you could eat it you eat it.
You could eat it too. It's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
good.
It's so good that you could actually have it with your breakfast, and it wouldn't feel out of place.
It's not
yummy.
too much. Yeah.
It really is good stuff, man.
Dean says, I know that sounds like a joke, but seriously, music is right up there with oxygen for me, and I assume everyone else watching. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
for
it really
sure.
is, man. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't do this. I really wouldn't. And I
Especially, I mean, through quarantine and lockdown, and can you imagine being locked away from all of your equipment and not being able to do that?
I would be miserable.
Well, music got a lot of people through some hard times, for sure.
You're absolutely right. You know, I mean, I'm so grateful for having all this stuff here and having the ability to play it because, like, I'll never take, like, because I've been so busy, I'll never take morning coffee with guitar for granted ever again. Ever. I mean, it's like, it's so much fun. And there's nights that I come home from work and I'm so dead tired, but I got to play 20 minutes before I go to bed because I just got to get that 20 minutes in. And there are nights that I'll do it. I'll play 20 minutes and I'm like, well, I'm warmed up. Might as well work on that solo, and then I'm up for another 20 minutes just playing that, and then I get so tired I got to go to sleep.
And then it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no, that hasn't happened yet, but I wish it would, but I'm just too busy. But, yeah, I mean, it is life to probably all of us. I think we can all relate to that. You know, you really can. I mean, that's why a lot of times you see people in their retired years still in bands.
Oh,
Performing.
finally. They're like, finally, I can do what I actually like to do.
Yeah, and they're out there having the time of their life and enjoying themselves. And it's like, if you can tell that these people are like, this is what sustains me. This is what keeps me young and keeps me alive. And they're up there having the time of their life. You know, they really are. They got their baseball hats on, and they're older now, and it's okay. It's fine, and they're just having so much fun. You know, and
no shame in the game.
No, I'd love seeing that. I hope that's me someday. You know, I really do.
With your baseball hat?
With my baseball hat.
I can't imagine you ever wearing a baseball hat on stage.
No, probably not. But I work too hard on this, man. But if I still have it.
That's right. You wear a baseball hat every day for work.
Yeah,
though.
I do. I look like an idiot at work. I look like a escaped convict at work.
Yeah, but if you didn't, your hair would be white. Bleached out white.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I spray bleach and soap at buildings all day.
Christopher says, can't lie, you two helped me get through the last year. Aw, you're officially family. Much love to you and the Aw.
Thanks, man.
Christopher, thank you.
Dude,
and
seriously.
we're so glad to have been here for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's our pleasure, man. And we wouldn't have a show without you and everybody else here. So thank you so much, man.
Paul Smith says, yep, sure am. And he wants to play more. Yep, he's out there doing it.
Yep, Paul's out there doing it. He's retired now, and that's why I saw his band last night. And it was nice to see Paul on stage just enjoying himself.
Yeah.
And seriously, man, I mean...
Did he wear a ball cap?
No, he didn't.
Paul has like
Paul's got
perfect silver hair.
Yeah, he's got this perfect silver mane.
Long and it's still swooshy.
Yep, still swooshy. I'm surprised he doesn't have a fan up there blowing it around.
It's like any woman his age would love to have it's the perfect silvery white.
Yeah, they would.
Still thick and silky looking, for sure.
Paul's hair's game is on point.
He's got strong hair game.
Yep.
6 String Brian says, I might order the Rev Generator 100p this week.
Good for you, man. If I may make a suggestion, and I'll start it off with a question. Why the 100p over the full Monty, the generator? I'm just asking. I'm not questioning your decision, but I'm just wondering because I'm telling you, there's a lot of magic in that amp, and there's some good stuff in there. But I mean, again,
Is it budget, do you think? Is that
it might be. It might be
price range?
Yeah, it might be. And if that's the case, then hey, I mean, no shame in that at all, man. But if you can pony up the extra money for the full deal, it's great. It really is. But I'm sure if you get the P, I'm sure it'll be fine as well. Just wondering, that's all.
JB50 Watt says, I actually stopped playing guitar entirely for 10 years after going to college and working. I started playing again 2 years ago, and actually your videos inspired me to get back into guitar.
Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate that so much, man. Honestly, and again, seriously, that really means a lot to us.
You quit for a while, too.
I did. I was going to say that. I quit for about probably more than 10 years. I quit for, it's probably like 13 years, I think. I didn't touch a guitar. I had an Ibanez RG something in a case. It was a silver one.
What made you pick it back up again?
I was invited. Somebody heard I played, and they didn't know that I hadn't played in years, and they asked me to join a band. It was like a church band that played at biker rallies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I just got a phone call, and I'm just like, and it was the first time because I started my company, and I was like all about pressure washing for many years, and some other stuff before that. So, and I was just like, I had one of the original 5150s, but I had a combo, and that thing sat in my closet for years, and I was like, gosh, I never thought about it, and I got the amp out, plugged into it, and like the bug instantly, it was like that spider that bit Peter Parker, It was just like, boom, yeah, and I had the fever. Yeah, and I instantly was just like, why haven't I done this? Because in your younger years, you think you have forever to do everything, and you really don't, because you're going to wake up one day and be 50 and be like, what the hell?
Don't remind me. Hush.
Yeah, and so that's what happened with me, too. So I can relate, man, and I'm so glad I got that phone call, because if I didn't, I don't know if I would ever play again.
6 String Brian's, $1,500 difference. That's why he's getting it.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Moolah.
Yeah, it is a good reason, and I'm sure you'll love the amp. Because I think with the P, you're still getting the blue and green channels, which I think are excellent on that amplifier, by the way. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I put the review up that me and Jay did, the shootout up. So yeah, there's no shame in that at all. But I think you'll love it. It's a great amp.
Gosh darn it, I hit the X again instead of the...
Oh.
All right, I'm back. Let's see. Eric says, I quit for 14 years and got back 2 years ago.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah.
The thing is you can't run away from who you are. There's a reason why you're a musician. It's because it's in your DNA. It's built inside of you. So you can fight it all you want, but eventually it catches up to you. And if you're lucky enough, it'll catch up to you when you're young enough to still enjoy it and have the time for it, and maybe find a band or find some studio or whatever so you can go in and record and stuff. But I'm telling you, if you're a musician, you're lucky. You really are. It's one of the most biggest blessings that can happen to you. And really, a lot of people are like, oh,
Some
man.
Some people stop because they have to. I quit singing when I had babies
it
until
happens.
they were, 2 or 3-ish. I couldn't handle it all. Like being a mom to infants and toddler, it was the only thing I could do. Anything else would send me over the crazy edge.
I get it.
But thank you to you for pulling me back in after all that.
I
And
did, didn't I? Yeah,
you
yanked
did.
you right out of that. You came pretty willingly, though. So.
I did. I'm like, yes, I will. I'm coming. And I'm going to
Yeah.
stay.
I'm staying. You ain't getting rid of me.
And here I am.
Yeah.
8 years. 9
Driving
years.
me nuts. No, I love it. No, it's no, you can't run from who you are. You really can't. And again, you're lucky if it catches up to you in a good time. So I'm never going to take this gift for granted ever again. I did.
Dean Harkness said, I think a lot of us are bouncing back. He heard a Volbeat song earlier that said, no more broken dreams. I'm feeling like a loaded gun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And it doesn't have to be like, I'm going to get in a band and I'm going to tour the world and make $1 million and go platinum on my album sales. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be something that works
Probably
for you.
not going to be that at this point.
No, it's not. Well, it's okay. I'll give you an example. Like with my business, I started my pressure washing business 22 years ago, over 22 years ago now. And I thought I was going to be, my goal was to be the biggest pressure washing company in Michigan. I'm like, I want to be huge, you know. And I achieved that goal at one point. I was the biggest pressure washing company in Michigan. And we had 5 trucks on the road, 9 guys, I had a secretary, an office, I had a whole bit. And we were doing tons of jobs, 36 truck fleets that we washed, over 200 jobs that we did every summer for residential work. And it was cool, but it wasn't... the top of that mountain was not as good as what I thought it
The view
would
wasn't
be.
as good.
Yeah, I got up there and it was a pile of gold, but there were gold painted turds, you know, and it was a lot of stress. It was a lot of stress, you know.
And you had to share all that gold painted turds. with other people.
Yeah, and taxes and everything else. So now it's just me. I downsized, I did it all, and I've been like this for 12 years now, and I like it better. So the reason why I say that is because it doesn't have to be like this big grand thing. It can just be something that makes you happy. And I'm happier now doing Tone Wars than I ever was in a band. And I love it because I still play, I still write. I get to hang out. I get to hang out with great people.
Remember last time you said this?
Yeah.
Back me in a corner, man.
I still get to do the things that I love, and I love it. And it's at a size and a position that I love. And we will record, and we will do stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be great, you know.
Mark LeBlanc says, there's lots of Canadians tonight. Greetings from the Atlantic in New Brunswick.
Oh, hey.
Hi there.
Greetings.
Do you like honey spiced whiskey? It's the first thing I think of every time. What?
I don't have my phone, so... we got 42 people tonight. Awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
So, there's a couple let's see. John Wild, great stuff. Majesty, E or E flat tuning. How do you dial in a Mesa dual rectifier multi-watt with a Majesty?
Who asked that?
John E. Wild.
Oh, hey, what's up, John? I got your email, and I want to... I wanted to get back with you, but last few days have been really crazy. Thanks for emailing me, and I was hoping you'd be in here tonight. So great seeing you. So he was asking how to dial in.
Six String is in New Brunswick, Canada too.
Oh, cool. He was asking how to dial in.
E or E flat tuning. How do you dial in a Mesa dual rectifier multi-watt with a Majesty? I'm wondering if when you were playing, he was saying great stuff. Majesty, yay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I guess I can answer your question here. Make sure you have an overdrive pedal, which I saw some of your videos, and you do, so that's actually good. Definitely if you have a Mesa dual rec and you don't have an overdrive pedal, I mean, it's like, wow, you're missing out, because that amp really needs one, and it's a good thing, because I always slam every amp. So dial it in. I have the tone in the middle typically on that amp, and I'll have the volume all the way up on an overdrive pedal, and then I'll actually nudge the gain just a hair, maybe nothing past 9 o'clock, excuse me, with the gain, but I'll put a little bit of dirt in it because I just love how that feels, because it's an older amp, you know. And then just set everything at noon and just tweak accordingly from there. You don't usually have to go far, you know, like the orange channel or the red channel. You don't have to go far from noon on the levels to get what you want, you know. And if you have a dual, like a 2x12 Mesa cab, I mean, that's what I prefer because it's less airy. and it's more punchy and tight, and it will tighten that amp up a little more than a 412 will. And that's pretty much it. And pedals to try, I think you have a Tube Screamer or something like that, which is a good pedal, but try like the Duality DX pedal, which oh my god, that pedal's great. I'm going to do a review of it, and it's a stupid pedal. It's amazing. It's made by
Chills.
somebody help me here. I don't have the name on it.
Where?
It's DAE Duality DX pedal. If you Google that, you'll find. It's been a long day.
I can't see that far away.
There's a name, the brand name, and I can't remember. But do that. Look that pedal up. Get one. I'm about to review it. It's killer. Or the Horizon Devices Precision Drive. Either one of those pedals will modernize the amp a little bit more too. They actually help with giving it a more modern sound. And he was, I think in the email he sent me, he was asking like which amp he should get instead of that if he's looking for something a little more modern. If that doesn't work for you, because the thing is the dual Rex are great amps, but there's a little bit of a dated is too harsh of a word. I'll just say.
Say what you're gonna say.
I think there'll be something more modern that you can get. Get a EVH Stealth 100 watt. If you can't make that amp sound great and cut through a mix and really just have a gnarly, awesome sound, I don't know what to tell you, because that amp is stupid. And if you don't want to spend the money on the 100, get the 50. The 50 is amazing. You know, it's a great amp. What else do I have here? If you really want to get something modern, it has all the great stuff on it. The Rev generator's great. I mean, there's really some great amps out there that you could get that would fit your needs a little more.
Michael Moore is with us. He says,
Hey.
well, I'm glad you're here. He really likes the live streams. Can't always make it, but always check up during the weeks.
Thank you so much. Seriously, it really means a lot to us. Seriously.
JB50 Watt says, I think the new multi-watt dual rectifiers are a lot better and tighter than the older 3-channel rectifiers.
Okay, that's good to know. I haven't played one, the newer ones, but I had a couple of other dual Recs here, and they are great amps. Don't get me wrong, they are great. But there are more modern voiced amps out there that actually will give you that kind of growl and that more modern, more tailored sound that you're looking
CS
for.
says Deadwell Duality DX.
Thank you, Deadwell
And
Duality DX. That's
look
the pedal.
into a mud killer for the last time. I think you got yelled at.
I got yelled at.
Yeah,
I
yelled
will
at.
as soon as I get a chance, man. I will.
Well, we're rolling up here to 9 o'clock. We had about 4 more minutes. So if you have any other questions or comments or requests, put them in the chat.
Yeah, I can play. What else
If
can
you're
I?
going to play something,
What else can I play with a purple guitar?
can you do the Evanescence one?
Not on the purple guitar. No.
The My Immortal one you can't do?
Not on the purple. No. Let me switch guitars.
Alright.
Maybe I'll see if I can pull something out of my hat.
Alright.
Hey, Rocky, what is they pull somebody?
JB50 Watt. My main guitar when I was younger was an Ibanez S series. Those are great, but the bridge studs broke on mine, which was annoying, and then I switched to EBMM.
Oh yeah, Ernie Balls are the bomb. I love the Ernie Ball guitars.
6-string. Oh, 6-string is talking to Jay. Because there was Jay posted the difference between the full on Rev 120 Mark III and the 100p is $600. Not chump change, but wanted to make
Oh, okay, gotcha.
sure the correct info is out there.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
But then 6-string said it's different in Canada.
Oh, wow.
The 100p is $3,400 and the 120 is $4,500 plus tax.
What?
Ew.
Dude.
Yeah, and the border's not open.
And they're made in Canada. Amps made in Canada.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
You dropped one.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a fresh foot.
Fresh foot. Ah. Oh, what do I got here? Why did I grab this guitar?
So you could play songs that you can't play with the purple one.
Yes.
Oh, Evanescence. We're gonna try to do one of the.
Man, I haven't played that in a while. I'll probably screw it up.
You got it. You played it
Yeah.
recently.
I'll screw it up. That song's got some stuff in there I need to remind myself of.
Eric wants to know, is the Sterling a good alternative to the Majesty?
Yeah, I actually played one about a month or so ago on the show, and I was surprised at the quality. I thought it was pretty good because I played them before, and I was like, the Sterling Majesty. Anyways, I could say that for. I thought it sounded pretty freaking good. It doesn't have the piezo, and it's a different bridge. So but that's negligible. So I was used to this bridge. So when I used theirs, I was like, oh, it feels, when you're looking for the sweet spot for palm mutes and to rest the meat of your hand, you're kind of like, where is it? But if you're not used to the bridge on the actual Majesty, then you don't have to acclimate to it. So, but yeah, I thought it was surprisingly good. It really was.
There you go. Bill, have you ever tested the Tech 21 fly rigs? I'm just curious of your opinion.
No, I'd like to, though. Good question. I would like to. One of these days, as soon as things clear up, I'm going to be doing all kinds of videos. You guys are going to probably be sick of me, because I can't wait to get down here and do some more.
Keith Jackson, any plans on any new Kemper profiles for any of these awesome amps?
Yes, thanks for asking. As soon as these buildings are done, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to basically take a week.
And then instead of complaining about that work, he's going to be complaining about this work.
Oh, no, I love doing this work. Yeah, as soon as I get done with these buildings, I'm going to have about a week to just chill.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to... Yeah, we're going to do a road trip for sure. And then I'm going to profile... The next amp I'm profiling is the Driftwood, and then I'm going to do the Savage... And then I'll probably do the Rev. So that's probably the order I'm going to do them in. I want to do the Driftwood so bad because I know they're going to sell like hotcakes. And I'm going to nail that amp right to the floor. And you guys are going to love it.
Big Mike says, dang, that went by so fast. I was just starting to really get into it.
Oh, thanks.
Carry your voice is fire.
Fire.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's some other good ones. Let's see. Dean Harkness, dive it into the wall, man. Brake squealing, steering. God, this is rock and roll.
That's right,
so
man.
So what are your favorite amps from Mesa Boogie?
My favorite amps from Mesa would be the JP for sure. I think that's definitely one of the big favorites for me. You can watch last week's episode, and I played some mixes with that, and that amp was just killing it. That one, the Badlander's great. I actually put the Badlander up against my my dual rec Roadster, and I preferred the Badlander because it just had a more modern, more tailored voicing to it, and I just enjoyed playing it more. And you don't really know what you're missing out on until you put two amps in a switcher and go back and forth in between them. That's when you really hear things, because if you don't have the switcher, what happens is you turn the amp off that you're currently playing, unhook everything, hook the other amp up, and in that meantime, your ears have already forgotten what, and in your mind, you're like, they sound pretty much the same, but on a switcher, dude.
It was true for me. I could care less. I just wanted to frickin' play a song so I can sing. Right?
Yeah.
But when he got the switcher, and I was like, okay, I'll pay attention now, and can definitely hear the difference.
Huge difference between amps. It's funny how you think they all sound the same until you switch them directly, and you're like, oh my
like
God.
A guitar.
Yeah, it's incredible how they sound, So, yeah. Anyways, well, with that, 1 second here.
had it.
I almost had it. No, it's not done yet. It's done, but I already...
So badass.
I already forgot the
So
next...
badass.
I
I
already
was
forgot
trying
the
out
next section.
some vocal
Yeah.
stuff there when I
Yeah.
was muted.
The live nerves, the live nerves got to me, and I was like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to do next? Yeah, I almost did it tonight.
That's the perfect amp too. For that.
It is. Well, that amp actually inspired that song. It inspired every single riff in that song. I bought the amp, I got it here, and within 10 minutes I was playing those riffs, and I'm like, I think I got a new song here. Because the amp is just I'm not kidding you, like what you're hearing on YouTube does not do it justice.
Yeah.
In the room, it's just so nasty, man.
So nasty.
Yeah, it has to wash its mouth out with soap after I play it every time.
Jay wants you to remind everyone what you're saying that's backwards in the intro.
Oh. There's nothing scary going on in there at all. It was kind of like, I think TJ was just like, hey, you should say like, oh crap, I think I left the stove on. So one of the things I said in there was, oh crap, I left the stove on or something. We put
One
it backwards.
of them sounds like smell-o-vision, or you're smelling something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all stupid crap, but as soon as you reverse it all, I mean, we were having a good time. He just rolled tape, and I just said a bunch of dumb crap into the microphone, and we reversed it all, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Nothing sinister.
The Chicago Todd says he has to keep stepping away and coming back to the episode. Hey, is Guitar Summit still happening this year, or has that been put on hold for now?
Yeah, good question. So, you know what's funny is the original date was supposed to be this weekend.
Yeah.
And it popped up on my calendar, and I was
Aw.
like, yeah, no wonder
You just had
postponed
no
it.
idea how...
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a big spider on the wall.
Where?
Right over there.
Oh, he's not that big.
No, that's big.
He's not that big.
Yeah, we'll go get it then.
Not right now. Anyways, yeah. So when I booked the Guitar Summit, I didn't know it was before I got that contract.
Yeah.
And then when that contract came in, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to be slammed all the way till September. So I was like, I can't, So yeah, I hope it'll be this year. If not, it will be right after the turn of the new year, because I want to do it. It's just I want to do it in a way where we have enough time to put into it. So because I have two other guys involved as well as Kari and myself, and we need to sit down and have a meeting, plan it, and I want to make it sure it's worth your guys as well, because a lot of people can be traveling from far away, and I don't want you coming here for like.
I would rather have it when it's cool outside anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand in a parking lot and sweat
haul in gear and
yeah,
stuff.
no thanks.
I'm thinking maybe October or November-ish, but once you hit November, it's like holidays and stuff. So I'm
maybe
thinking
the beginning of November, because a lot of people get excited about Halloween.
Yeah. So maybe if we don't do it by October or the beginning of November, it'll probably have to be sometime next year. But before spring, because there's no way I can do
Maybe
it.
like in March. No, your
No.
season starts in March. You
February.
can't do January or February because the roads are horrible in Michigan.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, it'll be soon.
it is 9:08.
9:08. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everyone. We really appreciate it. Sorry I didn't finish the song. I literally was like, I'm doing it. I don't care. And all of a sudden I got up to the part. I'm like, what do I do next?
Well, it sounded amazing.
Well, thank you.
That song. I can't wait to put some stuff on it for you.
Yeah, I think we should make that into a song you can sing. But yeah, and then I'll have the instrumental version for demos.
Don't
and
pack
stuff.
up when we go off air.
You're gonna riff a little.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Put some stuff into the universe.
Gotta put some stuff on it. Yeah, sounds good.
It was so nice spending the night with you guys. Thank you very much for joining us and for asking all of the questions.
Yes.
And I'm just going to check this.
We love all the questions. We really do. I mean, you guys make the show what it is. We're just here doing our thing.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for you guys being here and asking questions and making comments, I mean, it would just be us two idiots.
Which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad.
but you make it better.
Yeah, you guys make it better. Yep. So, anyways, well, thank you again for being here, and look forward to getting back to normalcy here in the next couple weeks, and I'm really looking forward to that because I miss doing this. But we will definitely be here next Sunday,
Yeah.
and we'll have some more stuff for you. And again, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you guys very much because, like I always say, every day is a gift.
And thank you for spending. Thank you. Well, how does it go? I screwed up the song and I screwed up the...
You just can't do anything right, can you?
Thank you for sharing part of your gift with us.
Tonight.
Yes. All right.
All right. God bless
Have a
you
great
guys.
week.
Look for that Rev versus Rev episode this week. I can't wait to share that with you guys.
I suck.
You suck. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. God bless.